My bad, I got cut off. Anyways, I hate when I get cut off because, like, a phone call, and a phone call that is irrelevant to me. So, anyways, so yeah, she comes in, she's walking like this, and then my aunt comes in and goes, um, no kiss, no nothing. You were hanging out with me that whole entire time and you don't want to give me a kiss, nothing. She was like, you gonna come and hang out with me a little bit more? And she goes, yeah, and they walk right out. And I'm like, okay, bye-bye. But yeah, so this is the lineup of pills. And also, once my she who shouldn't be named, or I don't want to name her at all, comes, then I'm gonna start taking my Clomid. And like I said in the last video, cycle monitoring, I don't have a specific price on the cycle monitoring. So yeah, we'll see how that works out. I'm not too sure if I want to. Oh my goodness, I split the pill. Whatever. I'm not too sure if I want to go to that doctor, the specialist, once I have my husband's health insurance, because I'm sure that sooner or later I'm going to have to go onto his health insurance. But to make the most of the price that he's going to be spending on health insurance, because to put me on, I think it's going to be a whole lot. So, yeah. Just to make the most of it, we're going to be using the specialist possibly. And the cycle monitoring, my insurance doesn't cover it, so it's going to be out of pocket. It's not going to be a lot, honestly. Like, I don't think that if it's $300, I don't think it's going to be a lot of money, because I've heard of people who have spent a whole lot of money just doing IVF, or like just other things, IUI, I think. So I'm not 100% with knowing prices, but I've heard like horror stories of infertility and breaking their wallets. So we'll see what happens. Again, like, I just keep saying we'll see what happens, but in the long run, I have a feeling like I kind of know. And I told you this in one other video, that I feel like, I truly do feel like I do like my doctor. I really like my doctor. But at the same time, it seems more like she doesn't have faith in me getting pregnant. And to be quite honest, it kind of hurts, but at the same time, like, I feel like it's more of the possible truth. Like, I feel like she might be the truth that I need, which, again, like I said, sucks. But at this point, I'm tired, but at the same time, like, I have faith, and then there are times when I don't have faith that I will get pregnant. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like I need that sort of doctor to just put me in check, to be like, hey, because when I don't see her, I have a whole lot of faith. And then when I come from her office, I feel like I've been in check. Like I've been put into check. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But it's funny because the other doctor had such high hopes for me. I don't, honestly, again, like I said, I don't know how to explain it without making my gynecologist, who is not a bad person, sound like a bitch. Because every time I talk about it, I'm like, wow, she does kind of sound like a bitch, but she's not. She really isn't. Like, I go in, she's warm, she's welcoming, you know, we have a nice discussion. But it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, you know, when I talk about getting pregnant, it's more of a touchy subject. Like, I don't know. And now that I talk about it right now, I kind of like get down because I feel like it's just never gonna happen. When I think about my trip to my gynecologist, I feel like it's just never gonna happen. And when I tell her that, she's like, "No, it'll happen." Like she makes me feel like she says that just because of my feelings, because she knows how I am. Like I'm a crybaby. But like obviously I'm pretty blessed to at least have my daughter, but you know, you kind of you want, sometimes you want a little more, you know, you want a little more. And that's not a terrible thing. But it still gets me down, you know? No lie, she has been asking about siblings. Like she'll say, I want a brother, I want a sister. She'll be like, that's my brother, that's my sister. I'm like, no, those are not your brothers, no, that's not your sisters, you know. Just recently she turned around and said, Mommy, you have a baby in your belly? I said, no, I don't. So, you know, I and the thing is that I think I've mentioned this to you before, but she'll help out little babies, you know what I mean? Like you'll see I saw like a couple of parents, which was weird to me, but my daughter, I try to tell her not to do that, but she'll still do it anyway. She'll grab onto a baby's hand, not like not forcefully, but you know, like nice and gentle, like, and she'll just walk the baby to the slide, and she'll put the baby on the slide, and she'll just gently push the baby to, you know, off in, you know, slide down. I was going to say off the slide, but she'll push the baby and this baby will slide down nice and gentle like, and then she'll wait for the baby to get off the slide, and she'll jump onto the slide, and she'll fall she'll go down the slide, and the baby will wait for her, and then she'll like take the baby's hand again, and she'll do that over and over again. And that was what I used to do with her, you know what I mean? Like I would never let anyone else do that. So when I see that, I'm like, that's pretty weird. I've seen her, this breaks my heart, but I've seen her want to play with other kids her own age, and they'll have like, let's say a sibling or a couple of siblings, and they'll hold their sister's hand or brother's hand. Mostly they'll hold their sister's hand because she wants to play with girls, but they'll hold on to their sibling's hand, and they'll just run off. And my daughter, you know, she'll just look, and just, you'll see the face that she gives, and it's like, but I want to go with them, you know, like I want to I want to play with them. There was a couple of times where, and my daughter is not a malicious person. She is not. I mean, sometimes she is a tad bit annoying, but she is not malicious. She is not mean spirited. She's actually a really good girl. And they'll be like, I don't want to play with you. I don't want to play with you. They'll pretty much, like, I'll hear it. They'll pretty much tell her that I don't want to play with you. Go, like, this is my sister, not yours. And it kind of breaks my heart because, like, yeah, that gives a kid, like, a little bit more thick skin, but it's still gonna hurt my feelings. I can't give her that sibling to, like, run around with, you know? And that pains me, you know? I want her to be the little girl that, you know, holds her sibling's hand and runs through the park. I mean, not necessarily, like, alienating some other little kid, but just, you know, being able to have that freedom, you know, to just play with their sibling if she wanted to. So, oh, what are you gonna do? That was the hand that I was dealt. That was the hand that my daughter was dealt. So I still feel guilty, but at the same time, like, it's out of my hands. And even though I feel like want to cry sometimes when I see that sort of stuff, I just breathe in and breathe out. Because, again, like I said, that's the hand that I was dealt. But hopefully this time, this year will be my year. Hopefully. We'll see. I'm 36 right now. And I hope this, again, like I said, I hope this year will be my year. Yeah, so if you liked this video or the last video or both videos, give it a thumbs up. I want to show you what a thumbs up look like. You want to know more about the things that I talk about, feel free to subscribe. Questions, comments, concerns in the comments section below. But other than that, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.